back, everybody, to the Warlord of SBAS plays Torment, Tides of Numenera, episode 41. Last time, we talked to Oum quite a lot and learned more about him and how adorable he is, so let's continue talking to Oum. Questions for you, Oum? You wanted me to talk to that, and do I have to make him like me more? Nah. Lay your hands on Oum's eyes. Tunnel Finny, you lay tips of your fingers on Oum's upturned eyes. Celia spiral from your touch in spinning, curling paths, oddly reminiscent of the dancing of cones on the reef. When these paths intersect, a jolt, excuse me, a jolt shudders up your arms, veiling a much folded memory before your eyes, layers by layers. But this is not your side's memory, no, it's Oum's. Unlocking those glowing eyes until you freed it. It is dizzying, nauseating, barely comprehensible. It is memory gathered with organs you don't have, etched into the strands and folds of Oum's eyes by grief, by agony. Distantly, your teeth dig into your lip as concentrate, trying to translate this experience into something you understand. Need an arm for support? Guessing, you fall towards Oum, hands outstretched into the dizzying vortex of sensation and memory. You see the changing God in his countless bodies in an instant that spans centuries. You feel the experiments he performs to extract your secrets. Feel the wounds opening, tearing, closing, over and over and over. You speak, you plead. If he can hear you. He gives no sign. Not once in the millennia of Torment does he acknowledge your voice. With a shout, you pull out your hands from Oum's eyes, streaming, choking, struggling for air. You find your breath and what? You wipe the stinging tears from your face. Oum is looking up at you, waiting, its eyes clasping, bearing the secrets you learned beneath layer upon layer of Celia. Yeah, I found out. I checked his stats, and he actually tells you what happens when you choose an option, which the tides will go up. Yeah, let's go with gold and red. You must be strong to have survived that changing God put you through. With shivering turn, Oum traces a single short line on the ground. When it looks up at you, its eyes flickering and folding. A sharp wind bends a branch, groaning it straightens again and again.
Making a note.
Alarm. It says, and tendrils wrap around your wrist, pulling your hands down, slipping up between your fingers until they are spread to its satisfaction. Beneath each finger are light blooms, one for each finger, one for each tide. Lurk, concludes Oum, releasing your wrist. A flying bird circles a bonfire, delighting in the heat. Its feathers smoke and curl. Why are you showing me your past? A shudder ripples through Oum's body, but it does not respond. A torch burns at the mountain top, drawing the eyes of everything that lives in the dark. It turns not to keep the darkness at bay, but because it was lit. If the changing God was so cruel to you, why are you helping me? Lurk, Oum says without looking at you. It traces two circles on the ground side by side, with quick sweeps of tendrils. You pass. You're just gonna say the same thing? Tunnel the tides through Oum's eyes, I guess?
I'll remember that.
Tunnel Finny gathers strands Thighs with both hands, you lay your palms on the Oum's waiting eyes. This time there is no nausea, no distortion. Shedding human sense and gaining new ones, you fall into the memories of a creature path through centuries spent in the changing gods out, shifting prisons into a far more distant past. See the narrow confines of the energy cage holding you. You hear the shrieking of the others. Word that causes you pain because before this endless cycle of torment, there is no word for others. You feel the crackle of the cage, the burning as they draw power from you, from the endless wellspring within you. A violation on every level. When you gained sentience so long ago, you never dreamed that it would be used for this. You never learned the names of your captors. You know only that the Shin God killed them. That he freed you because you were nearest. Not out of kindness, but because of the secrets you held. The tangled force that he would discover when he experimented on you. The thing he would call you. Concentrate trying to think of the word. The tides. You return to the past, shedding its own sense and regain your own. It watches you, its eyes folding back into place like interlacing fingers. The others I sensed in your vision. Were they like you? Other Oums? Swirl. Oum hisses. A number of shivering tendrils emerge from its body. A glass ball strikes the ground, exploding into razor charge and shining dust. But for once, it doesn't draw on the ground. It sketches unfamiliar shapes in the air, and familiar shapes that your sire memories faintly recognize. This is a language of liquid and currents, a language that is heard and seen. A language far older than the ninth world, and never intended to be understood by human eyes. Oum flinches as if surprised, or as if it forgot who it was talking to. Lurk, it says, pulling your hand down toward it as it did once before. The five colors of the tide bloom beneath your split fingers. Alarm. It concludes releasing your hand. It wants to learn more clearly, but you found not from a cast-off. You aren't sure where this thought came from. Catch one more glance of the glittering cilia at the depths of the eyes before you collapse it once more. Yeah, sure. If you taught the changing good about the tides, then I only exist because of you. Thank you. Oum's eye contract deep in your mind. You feel a note of tangible, wordless shock and pleasure. You want me to seek better understanding of the tides from someone who isn't a cast-off? Who?
Making a note.
Considers this carefully, then, without warning, an image as brief as it is clear flashes through your mind. A toothy hole in a man's body. A rift in reality itself, torn by your actions, an indistinct fear beyond that hole. You blink, if you understand the image right, you should seek someone from beyond this dimension. You look to Oum for confirmation, but the creature looks somewhere, being surprised by the vision given you. Alright. Don't know if I met anyone like that. Can you teach me the language you were using before? Oum grumbles. A lone tone of flails early at the air with a whistling sound and Snacks back into Oum's body just as quickly. Seems that Oum thinks the air here is unsuitable for teaching the language. Saying God wouldn't exist if it's not for you. Does that bother you? Oum grumbles that it is conflicted, growling sound. Not while a hint of pride. A captive moon spins across the world below, trapped in a smooth, unending orbit. Okay. Neat. Alright. I think I got everything. Do I get anything else for touching his eyes? Alright, so I need to find the person before I can do anything more. I think. Yep. So I don't know who that person is.
You bet.
So I believe I've just done everything I can right now. Learn more about the ties and speak to Oum again. Alright. So I need to find that. But I believe I need to go further into the story before I can find that information. So I had to go to the Valley of the Dead Heroes. So I need an airship. And I believe I know where to get that. And then docks.
Ready.
Alright. Oh, this person just called Rin. You know Rin? Who are you? Rin, the boy shouts, throwing out his arms as if hug her. You're safe. She steps back, looking him up and down. Hello, rude boy. This is Ortoro, she tells you. A scrounger. We met outside of town. He helped me, but then he left. She glares at him like she's trying to knock him over. Right before that woman stole me. She always wanted slavers. Tell me what they did. Tell me. They didn't. They did. I told you what would happen if you brought them to me. Didn't I? But I didn't bring them. I told you. I wouldn't do that. I was mad, but... He looks at her. I wouldn't. I didn't. She traded fair. I was just mad, but... I left and forgot nothing more. Don't worry, Ren. You're with me now. Or she says, as Taurus sags slightly. I stopped trusting him a while ago anyway. He smiles up at you. Thank you, by the way. He stares at her, chewing his lip, clearly trying to work up the courage to talk to her. To convince her of something. Finally, with a weary twist of his mouth, he turns back at you. Look, he says, running a hand over his stubble scalp. You hide it well, but I can tell you're new here. I ain't trying to offend you, but I don't like leaving folk new to cities on their own. If you have questions about the city or Circus Minor, in particular, I'll answer them for free of charge. Of course, it looked like you already have a guide. He says, nodding to Callista. Callista? Callisti, sorry. Who's this freshly traveling with her? She scares the talk out of me. Hello, dear. Her companion says politely before turning to you. Altor knows the city better than almost anyone, and it's quite unlike him to give anything away for free. Let alone, it is terribly valuable advice. Do take him up on his offer. As if he's to say, Altor says, eyeing you. Well, I already know where those are. I believe not really, he says, well, Walls are nice, but they keep you in one place. I like to move around, explore. Don't like being here much at all, really. City folk are scarier than scroungers. You don't have a home? Don't need one, he says. I carry my life with me. Pats his bag.
I'll remember that.
Call it the changing god. Well, you're not going to be able to miss them, he says, smirking. They're camped around the weird clock on the other side of the square. He settles his hands on his hips. What do you want with those crackers, anyway? They owe you something? Yes, I'm the changing god. Alright, or says winking. Go out with that pitch. They met a few changing guys a year, so don't expect open arms. Order of truth.
Remember that.
In Government Square from here, follow the path around to the left and look for the stairs going up. To Circus Minor? Yeah, the heart of the city, he says, folding his arms. Levies the indulgence tell you the Government Square is the center of Scissor Cliffs, but they're not thinking right. He spreads his hands out, framing the plaza. When folk come to Scissors, they come here. They talk and trade, flirt, and fight. Tell stories. Everyone who comes here leaves different. His hands fall. Anyway, what do you want now? To know. Complex machinery. He says skin and plaza. Parts are the bug lady in the market is pretty good with machines. Might ask her advice. Otherwise, you'll want to visit the foreman, underbelly. Yeah, I already did that. What are you doing here anyway? He says, standing the ground. I was looking for Rin. Was worried alright, but now that I know she's safe, I guess I can get going again. Rin exhales sharply, but does not otherwise respond. You look over, her arms are folded, and she's studying the horizon as fiercely as if it's hiding secrets from her. That's something else. Good city. Tell me about the city. Ow. You know, a whole bunch of crap I probably don't care about. Blah, blah, blah. Tell me about the Reef of Fallen Worlds. You're going to tell me anything interesting? Anyway, it looks like you don't get robbed. Or wars. Someone named Horror tried to rob us. On the way up, I think he ended up forgetting it, though. He didn't, or snickering. Scrambled up those steps like he saw the sea itself was after him. Kevin Assery. Anything interesting? Nope. Cliff's Edge. Nope. Underbelly. Nope. Government Square. Nope. This. Blah blah blah. Alright. Alright, let's see. Circus Minor. Answer from question about the city. Blah blah blah. Alright. I thought so. Does Rin have anything to say about him?
What's going on?
You again? Alright, Al again. Al again. Blah blah blah. Blah. Alright, didn't think there was anything interesting. Let us venture forth to the next area.
With alacrity.
Alacrity? Alright. You. Gold Titan represents charity, sacrifice, and empathy. Means you got the fails.
Yes.
Let's go to the boat docks. Almost really fast for a blob. Find yourself wondering where to go. Do check your journal, obviously. So.
Right off?
I believe it's over here. You are the one I need to talk to. I need to fly to the Valley of Dead Heroes. Excellent time, he says, bowing. My vessel will be departing shortly. Board at your leisure. Means enclosure. Should also warn you that we won't be able to retrieve you from the valley. We never tarry there. Its engines are not good for your ship's our ship's engine. I believe this is basically telling me we can't return, so what I have is what I have. As much as I can only have 4 teammates, and this will do. I'm ready to depart. He smiles broadly, and the tension seems to drain from him. My favorite words. All here then? The wind is right for us. Let's sail, friends. He begins shouting, commenced to his crew, and the cast off mooring lines. The airship pulls away from us, inspiring the city of your birth falls away below you. Neat.
What is that? That feels great.
Hey, simple acts of discount when using points from that pool. 2.
I'll remember that.
Monument of the past. You look sketchy. Hello, sketchy people. Clinker. Even as he stalks towards you, for a moment it appears as if the man is unaware of your presence. He stops in front of you, walking over ever so gently. He stares right through you, murmuring under his breath, chanting or insane rambling. You draw closer and you notice that the scars that he bears open upon his face. Then his gaze matches yours, and he suddenly grows silent. He sees you now. His eyes flicker across your face and pauses at your tattoo. He bears the tattoo of an Infer and the Dendra father. Good or bad, we shall have to test him. He bows his movement still and halting. Then with blinding speed, his hands snake out and brush a speck of dust from your shirt. The hand is gone before you can react. Am Clinker. These are my Oshochis. You're in the Valley of the Dead Heroes. His jagged smile is ruined with blood. Two memorialists have escaped us. We will find them. We need them. Why do you want to find them? He's at a long exhalation of breath. We must open the endless gate, find the missing memorials. Why must you open the endless gate? He smiles beautifully, exposing his bloody gums. It is what we are called to do, and who we are to disobey the call when it comes. It is power unending. You're the murdery psychopath. Are you children of the Endless Gate? Do you know Koala from the Stitch Cliffs? He looks at you suspiciously. I am familiar with her. Though one of her brethren did come to us recently from Scissors Cliffs. Perhaps Modally will know. You can inquire of him in the necropolis as soon as you find your missing friends. Our missing friends. Let's see. We don't want to help them because they're psychopaths. There'll be 3 fresh corpses here in a moment if you don't clear your path. Not very good at intimidation. My character's not very intimidating. I don't want to offer myself in a place. That'd be stupid. I can lie and say I'll help them. That way I don't have to fight them. But I'm not too worried about fighting them. It's tough. I want to kind of try to do this entire game without fighting too much. Yeah, I'll totally help find them. He is holding up a finger as if to threaten you for not complying, and then realized that you saw what he said. Oh, then you would be glad to. We would be glad of your assistance. More warlords are somewhere nearby. We can't conceal them. Go find them and bring them to us. I'm gonna save it here, and next time we're gonna find those people, I guess, and search this new area. Won't that be fun? So until next time, remember, embrace the chaos so you go mad. Bye.